Welcome to the middle of nowhere. Here in the South Australian outback, temperatures can soar above 45 degrees Celsius. That's over 113 Fahrenheit. Rain is rare. Shade is precious. Life, at first glance, seems almost impossible. And yet, beneath the surface of this parched landscape lies something astonishing. A living, breathing town, carved deep underground. This is Coober Pedy, the town that lives underground. On the surface, Coober Pedy looks more like a forgotten outpost on Mars than a place humans would choose to live. Dusty roads, sparse vegetation, strange mounds of dirt litter the horizon, like anthills scattered across a forgotten world. These piles? They're the byproducts of mining. For over a century, this land has been dug, sifted, and searched for opal, sparkling, multicolored gemstones that seem to trap light itself. Nowhere else in the world produces opals quite like Coober Pedy. But opals aren't the only hidden treasure here. When miners first came to this unforgiving landscape in the early 1900s, they quickly realized the brutal challenge of surviving the elements. The sun could be deadly, and without trees for timber or rivers for relief, they had to get creative. They turned to the ground beneath their feet. What began as crude holes carved into hillsides slowly evolved into full-scale underground homes. These were no longer mere shelters, they were havens. Carved from soft yet durable sandstone, these homes offered cool, stable temperatures year-round, around 23 degrees Celsius. That's about 73 Fahrenheit, a blessing in a place where above-ground life can feel like standing inside an oven. Today, over half the population of Coober Pedy lives underground. Their homes are called dugouts, complete with bedrooms, living areas, bathrooms, and kitchens. They even have Wi-Fi and cable TV. The walls, though rough and unfinished in some homes, carry the charm and character of sandstone. Life underground is not without its surprises. Imagine waking up in a room with no windows, no sunlight creeping in, no noise from outside. It's a kind of silence and darkness you can't find in cities. People set their routines not by sunrise, but by habit and clocks. You wake up when you want, not when the sun tells you. No traffic noise, no heat waves, just peace. Even underground, life buzzes with energy. Residents go to work, send their kids to school, visit neighbors for dinner, and meet up in local pubs, many of which are also underground. The town's infrastructure is a maze of chambers and tunnels, interconnected in ways that allow entire neighborhoods to exist below the harsh desert surface. The story of Coober Pedy begins in 1915. A teenage boy named Willie Hutchison was with his father and other gold prospectors searching for water when he stumbled upon a glowing stone. It was an opal. Word spread fast. What followed was an opal rush, a migration of miners from all over the world, drawn by the lure of fortune buried in stone. The town became a melting pot. Greeks, Italians, Serbians, Croatians, and others brought with them not only pickaxes and hopes, but their cultures, traditions, and resilience. Life was grueling. Days were spent in mines, nights often in tents or makeshift shelters, until they began to dig into the hills. These early dugouts were primitive, but they set the foundation for the architectural uniqueness of Coober Pedy today. As skills improved and tools advanced, so did the complexity and comfort of underground homes. Families created multi-room residences. Miners expanded into underground shops, motels, even art galleries. The multicultural identity of the town is visible not only in people's last names, but in the food, music, and social traditions. There are Greek Orthodox and Serbian Orthodox churches underground, with altars and icons carved directly into the rock. The sandstone is soft enough to shape, strong enough to last. It speaks to me. Art thrives in Coober Pedy. Many locals are sculptors or painters who use the walls themselves as their canvas. Sandstone lends itself beautifully to intricate carvings. Galleries exhibit works that have been shaped right into the caves. For entertainment, there are bowling alleys, cafes, and even cinemas underground. Tourists often come expecting primitive dwellings and leave surprised by the warmth and character of the town beneath the surface. Hotels let visitors sleep in stone-walled rooms. Restaurants serve cuisine from around the globe, reflecting the town's multicultural roots. The novelty of underground life, combined with the natural beauty of opals, makes Coober Pedy a place unlike any other on Earth. But for all its charm, life underground presents real challenges. Water is precious. There's no nearby river or natural source. It must be trucked in and rationed carefully. Electricity is expensive, as much of it is generated through diesel or solar arrays. Internet can be patchy, and phone signals often bounce in strange ways between the mounds of rock and open desert. Isolation is another factor. The nearest city is over 800 kilometers away. Mail can take a while. Deliveries arrive sporadically. And the mental impact of such distance, from family, culture, and change, weighs on some. It's cool to grow up here, but sometimes, you just want to see the trees. During rare but heavy rainfalls, the very tunnels and homes that offer safety can become vulnerable to flooding. Sandstone, while sturdy, is porous. Rain can seep in unexpectedly, making maintenance a continual concern. Still, despite these hurdles, the people of Coober Pedy persist. Why? Ask them, and you'll hear stories of peace, of space, of freedom. There's a sense of control here, life stripped to its elements. A slower rhythm, a stronger bond between neighbors. When survival depends on ingenuity and cooperation, communities grow closer. As the world continues to urbanize and climate change intensifies, Coober Pedy might seem more like a vision of the future than a relic of the past. Scientists are already studying its layout and lifestyle for lessons in space colonization. Mars habitats, which will need to be underground to escape radiation, may borrow ideas from this outback town. Coober Pedy teaches us how to adapt with minimal resources. It's a case study in human resilience. Across the globe, other regions face rising temperatures. Could underground cities become the norm in arid zones? Could people live in harmony with the earth, instead of simply building over it? Perhaps. Coober Pedy shows us that it's not just possible, it's practical. It's inspiring. In a world that often feels too loud, too fast, too hot, Coober Pedy offers something else. Silence. Simplicity. Shelter. Not just a place to hide from the sun. A place to thrive in the shadows. A testament to human adaptability. A reminder that sometimes, the best solutions are buried right beneath our feet. This is Coober Pedy, the town that lives underground. And it might just be a glimpse of tomorrow. So, what about you? Would you choose the energy of a busy city, or the quiet, underground life in a place like Coober Pedy?